and welcome to today's Almost Daily Devotional. We're going to be reading today from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 5, and it goes like this. One day, Jesus was standing beside Lake Gennesaret when the crowd pressed in around him to hear God's words. Jesus saw two boats sitting by the lake. The fishermen had gone ashore and were washing their nets. Jesus boarded one of the boats, the one that belonged to Simon, then asked him to row out a little distance from the shore. Jesus sat down and taught the crowds from the boat. When he finished speaking to the crowds, he said to Simon, "Row out farther into the deep water and drop your nets for a catch." Simon replied, "Master, we've worked hard all night and caught nothing, but because you say so, I'll drop the nets." So they dropped the nets, and their catch was so huge that their nets were splitting. They signaled for their partners in the other boat to come and help them. They filled both boats so full that they were about to sink. When Simon Peter saw the catch, he fell at Jesus' knees and said, "Leave me, Lord, for I am a sinner." Peter and those with him were overcome with amazement because of the number of fish they caught. James and John, Zebedee's sons, were Simon's partners, and they were amazed too. Jesus said to Simon, "Don't be afraid. From now on, you will be fishing for people." As soon as they brought the boats to the shore, they left everything and followed Jesus. It strikes me how much of Jesus' ministry depends on his ability to speak the right words at the right time. I don't know how much you're like me, but my ability to choose the right words at the right time is often lacking. Sometimes I say too many words and don't quite get across what I mean because I don't trust my words to carry the truth of the meaning that I'm trying to get across, or the other person doesn't react the way that I expect them to react, so I get nervous, so I say more words to fill the space. It's always the words that I say which don't come across the way that I mean them to say that I regret the most. Or sometimes I don't say enough words because I don't trust my words to be enough in the face of grief or pain or loss or anger or joy or whatever emotion the person is feeling at the time. I don't trust my words to speak into that. Words seem such difficult things. So the miracle Jesus performed here is not the miraculous catch of fish, I don't think. Sure, there were a lot of fish. It was pretty miraculous, the fish. But the real miracle here is the ability to say the right words at the right time. It's the words that Jesus speaks which draws in Peter and James and John. Jesus tells them to drop their nets into the water, and they don't want to. It's been a long day. They're exhausted and tired, and this is a stranger they don't know or trust, and they're just not going to drop the nets. They're too tired for that. Somehow, whatever Jesus said convinced Peter. And trusting in the words led to a bigger catch, more full net than Peter could have anticipated otherwise. They were simple words. Go out, drop your nets. Peter somehow knew to trust them and to believe. How do the words that we choose to believe shape us? How do the words that we choose to hear shape our reality? How are we shaped by the words that we hear from Jesus? These aren't hard words or challenging words that Jesus speaks. They're just simple words full of truth. Go out. I'll tell you how to do what you're about to do. I'll tell you where to put your nets. Jesus says, "I have come not to condemn the world, but to save the world. I have come not to condemn you, but to redeem you." We can trust these words and let them create a new reality for us. Jesus speaks them into being, into truth for you and for me. They are the right words at the right time. Jesus loves you just as you are. So don't be afraid. Believe the good news, the right words.